All right. Hello, everybody. Come back again after some long travels trying to put everything together. The jet lag is actually too strong and working on to get the jet lag uh, situations fixed right now. Still offset after this long journey, travels, and so on and so on. Sometimes the traveling is getting you tired, but it's also the traveling. It can bring you the most powerful surprises you can have. Actually, in life, you never know. But what I'm going to be talking about today, for it, it is about that this energy that it's going to come in is going to be a very interesting. There's going to be this shift of Libra that points that divine balance. And during the shift from Libra into Scorpio of the moon that we are going to experiencing, specifically this afternoon, is about to show to us. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for coming in and to show us what is not divine, to purge it out. What it was not divine inside of you, what is it not the divine situations inside of you. And looking at into this energy, we're going to be preparing for this full moon, but the energies before the full moon is going to be intense, so you can purge what is not divine for it. Hey Dio, great effort for jumping after your travel. Always take care of your tribe. Yeah, I'm doing everything for the tribe. I understand what the tribe is, what the family is, and you know what? It's good thing, Donna, that the divine have their own way because of this public service that we do, and the divine is giving us so much more than we realize. And learning into this, learning into the relationships. Actually, gonna make the announcements right now. It is that today I'm gonna be talking about in the main channel. Later on, I'm gonna be talking about are you false twin? I'm gonna be talking about more and more stuff are coming out on the surface, and this is one of the purging energies that are coming. So, but yes, the tribe is important because we are all family, and you're welcome for it. So, talking about this, this is gonna be the preparations for tomorrow when are we gonna have the full moon. The full moon is gonna be intense, but not intense as the preparations for it, which is mean that the actions can take you that much to do, the efforts before that much that you can do is bound that much. And this is why this divine balance of the moon, that is a right now with divine energies, the moon is very active in Libra right now. She's a very, very powerful. I'm going to be putting the chart another screen and move the chart here so I can talk to you guys. What is it going on today? What's in the sky? What is the gravity has for us? So, going on with this, the moon, it's going to be at Libra, the end of the Libras. It's divine energies with Neptune. She's squaring Lilith, Mars. She is squaring Pluto in Aquarius because she's at the end of Libra. That it's kind of like acting like at the end of Capricorn's energy. But when she's gonna cross into Scorpio, that is gonna be this energy of full square. But she also it is opposing Jupiter, the growth. You're going to look at it inside what the balance is for, what is the missing in that balance, and what do you need to remove from yourself. That could be a limitations, that could be a self-sabotage, that could be a self situations inside. But you also gonna be looking inside of you, what you need to remove from yourself, you to become the perfect version of your partner, which is your own higher self. So there's gonna be a lot of purging coming in the next 2 3 days. So understand it. This is a has all its divine purposes. Hey Matthew, thank you for coming in. And going on with this energies at 7 o'clock, the ascendant is at 4 degrees of Gemini. It's going to be beautiful trine with Pluto. Pluto is right now retrograde. You're feeling this shift of like a going back, and you not go want to go back, you not want to go be putting down. You like that energy of Aquarius when he was moving forward. You wanted to go forward. You wanted to get things, but it wasn't done yet. It's not the right time. It's not the right situations. It's not the right place. So now Pluto is like, here you go. I'm going to get you back so you can do this work, but do it the right way. Because in the next 6 months, I'm going to put you back in. I'm going to be crossing again into Aquarius. I'm going to be go ahead and shift you back in there. I'm going to be going direct again. I'm going to give you again this new energies inside so you can continue going, but you have to absorb what you just learned from these new energies that Pluto did, these new transformations. So, with that being said, midheaven is an Aquarius. It is a squaring Uranus. There is in Taurus, also the Sun and Mercury retrograde in Taurus, and that is kind of like the things that not going well within the 3D. That is a like in the material world for. But looking at those positions, there is a lot of learnings, a lot of lessons because all that stuff they're actually in a very beautiful sextile with Saturn that is in Pisces, and Saturn that is in Pisces is in a beautiful trines with the Moon in Libra, and at the same time, the Moon in Libra, it is beautiful trined with Venus. And Venus, in its own way, okay, is right now in sextile with Jupiter. When a Jupiter and Venus is in sextile trines in a very positive way, that is it when the love grows. That's where the love grows. But you can't grow the love in a toxic environment. And this is why this purge that right now you feel it is coming. So that is about the overall the energies in the morning at 8 o'clock there. Midheaven, it's going to be going at 26 degrees of Aquarius. You're going to feel that beautiful energies within the air. The ascendant goes into Gemini. So the moon is in Libra, which is air sign. Midheaven is in Aquarius, air sign. Ascendant and Venus are together with pretty much within uh, Gemini. So these beautiful energies of the love is to tell you here, you can have this love, you can have this energies of, you can have this inner peace, you can achieve everything that you want to do, but you can't survive in a toxic environment. You can't survive in these situations. So I'm gonna go and focus what you need to do. So Mars opposing Pluto, usually that talks about a personality, a revenge, of fights, of personal vendettas. Usually that is a like you don't want to change, and since you don't want to change, you want to force the other to change. So some of these people, some of you guys maybe find a people like this that they want to force you to change or forces to change. But take a look at it like this. It's not the forces to change you. It is the need for those forces to change you. That's what this is for. And look at it right now with the Mars situations like this current moment. Mars is squaring with Jupiter because that is the immaturity there that you need to mature. But also Mars has to look why he hasn't transformed. And since the moon, it is at the end of Libra, it's squaring Mars, who is at the 20 degrees of Cancer. So be mindful with your emotions very carefully. There has been a lot of these energies are coming in that were not good. There's this personal Mars that it's toxic to see. But if you're within the divine's energies, all none of that matter to you. Why? Mars, who is connecting with the universe, which is the divine masculine energies, is like I don't have to vendetta with nobody. I don't have to fight with nobody. I don't have to deal with nobody. I have to be this divine human being that it's need to be. I see the visions that are within me, what I need to change, not to act improperly. And that comes in because Mars is in trine with Neptune, and Neptune is sextile with Pluto. So instead of fight, Mars chooses to see the right visions and to transform himself into these positions of divine partnerships that it needs to be, not to find these energies. They are with him. So please don't fight with nobody, or if somebody fights with you, they have issues. Okay, 9 o'clock in the morning, the midheaven goes into Pisces. The energy calms down a little bit. You're working with that mystic powers inside of it. You're working with the divine's energy. The ascendant stepping in within the fourth degree of the ascendant, focus within the family. But that is going to be more connecting actually with the authority. What is the authority within the family? Who has the authority in the family? The feminine, the masculine? No, actually, it's something more than that. When the feminine feel insecure inside and she expressing her insecurities, she becomes vulnerable. But that's what it is. She tells you the vulnerability so you can take that vulnerability within yourself as a masculine energies, sharing your personal vulnerability with the female, but you actually building that security within the feminine. So that way the divine feminine partner can rise up. And when the feminine rise up gives you the love gives the strength into the divine masculine. That's what these energies are inside. And they're working beautifully, guys. Those energies, if you work with them, they're working beautifully as long as you actually don't allow yourself to go into this lower realm. But if you feeling other energies and the lower realms in there, that means there is something was not fixed within you. Something is still in there, and that beautiful love cannot survive in this toxic environment. And this is why you're purging this. And there's going to be a big purge. The purge has been going on, but right now with this purge that's going to be coming in with this, uh, I would say, rough moon in Scorpio, when it's going to walk in, you're going to feel like pressure and pushed. But as I said, it is about you to clean up your own mess, not to go ahead and put your own agendas to your partners, to others, and so on. For Hi, Andres. Thank you for coming in. We are up late tonight. All right. And looking at that energy later on at 10 o'clock in the morning, midheaven is going to be with Neptune, which is that is going to be that transitions of the moon walking pretty much in Scorpio. That's going to be the moon. It's going to be at 29 degrees, 43 minutes at Scorpio, and there is a divine energies with the midheaven and Neptune, which is you're gonna get the divine reasons what you have to remove from your system, your understanding, your situations, and purge that out because at the end of that uh, moon transitioning into Sag, you're gonna feel the divine purpose behind it. You're gonna be wiped out from all your sins. You're gonna become these beautiful purifications. You're gonna be feel good with this purge. Okay, you take that out. Yes, it's gonna be intense. Nothing happens with no work, but the preparations today is going to be reflecting tomorrow when the moon is going to be a full moon at Scorpio, and it's not going to be that intense for you, but the preparations is today. All right. The moon is going to be, as I said, squaring Pluto. Is going to be opposing Jupiter. Is going to be opposing the North Node. The moon is going to be opposing Mercury retrograde, and at some point, the moon is going to become to opposing the Sun. So that is a triggers there: growth, communications, destiny, and so on. What are you standing at against your own destiny? Are you standing out this? Your destiny cannot be fulfilled in the environment that you are. That's where you transform. You transformed your own self. Ascendant is at 17 degrees during this time within Cancer. There is a beautiful, beautiful trine between Mars, Ascendant, Midheaven, and Neptune. They are in divine energies with the moon. So if you choose that aggravations and you choose the revenge, your vengeance, and so on, that is a lower energies inside of you. There's nothing gonna happen good. You probably understand that. But if you choose to get these divine visions that are coming in, you're gonna be understanding your purpose today. Your purpose is to remove everything that is not divine from within you. So later on at 11 o'clock, that energy is going to become to rise because right now the moon just already shift within the first degrees of Scorpio. There is a ascendant is also at 29 degrees of Cancer. We're talking about cardinal crosses in here that it's been made for. Uh, it's just so much between the in the cardinal signs goes on. Jupiter, there is in Aries, it is actually opposing that moon. The ascendant that it's still in Cancer, it is opposing Pluto. That is at the 0 degrees 22 minutes, but he's in retrograde going back into Capricorn. So everything goes on in this cusps inside. And we are going to have a new moon that's going to be on a cusp, basically 28, 29 degrees of Taurus. Okay. So it's going to be a lot of energies, but you're going to see the things that you need to remove, knowledge that you are need to get out from within you. Later on at noon, that energy of the moon putting the pressure of that Scorpio, it's begin to go. Midheaven, it's a 0 degrees of 34 minutes within Taurus, and the moon, it's a 0 degrees 49 minutes within the Scorpio. This is a direct opposition. Jupiter, it's opposing the moon. Midheaven opposing the moon, the North Node opposing the moon, Mercury retrograde it is opposing the moon. So as you see, those are four different objects in there that you're going to be working on it. That is it about what prevents you to grow. What is the work that you need to do as a destiny within yourself? And the messages that are coming from the divine. Are you suppressing them? Are you suppressing these energies? And what you need to do to get them? Midheaven, actually, that it's a 0 degrees of Taurus, that's going to be trigger exactly squaring the 0 degrees Pluto in Aquarius. And we are going to have this squares going towards Mars, towards Lilith, and towards the ascendant at some point in the next hour towards within Leo. So yes, the energy of this situation is going to show you, okay, you have so much things that it's piled up, you have so much things that has been done. You saw what you can achieve. You saw these divine energies uh, in there. So these energies are going to be very increasable. We are not going to have an eclipse, but we are going to have a full moon and Scorpio, Andres. And that full moon, it is about purge, totally about you to see that your intuitions in the shadow, intuitions that it was misleading you, is guiding you. That is a when you create this perfect image from within you, they came in from the shadows of other people. You put it in inside of you, okay, and you hide it in there, and you think that's what the perfect life is. Once you get within the divine energies, you understand that you created a false internal image on the base of the matrix. So that's how you live in the matrix. But once you get out of the matrix, you see the truth. But guess what? That consciousness is still inside of you. Now is about time to get that consciousness and push delete, delete, and delete. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a beautiful time, but rough. Yeah, cleaning the house, never it's a good job, right? But you have to clean it, right? You have to organize your life. You have to put everything together. So look at it in the next hour, which is going to be at 1 o'clock p.m. Midheaven goes between the Sun and Uranus there. There is not going to be kind of like an aspect right now. That is it about you to take the authority to say, like, you know what? Time out. I need a time out. I have this balance. Now I have these energies. What the heck I'm doing? You have to learn to maintain the internal peace inside of you. So you can be doing this purge within patience. This is like when you get an upgrade on your computer. Okay. When you do the upgrade of your computer, can you use the computer? No. But what do? Stay put. And that's what the message of this is. Stay put when the divine it tells you, and they also help you to remove these energies from you. If you feel tired, if you want to go to sleep, if you feel like exhausted, you can't do anymore, then that is it. One of the this purge is coming, taken out of your system. This is like you don't need these files anymore. It's too old. You don't need these situations. It's too old, and that is the things that have been removed. The new energy is actually helping you to clear these situations out. So later on at 2 o'clock, midheaven's gonna go at 0 degrees of Gemini. There's gonna be a divine energies towards the first degree, the moon that is in that Scorpio. The moon right now is gonna begin to trigger Saturn in a very beautiful trine. That is a divine learning. Now you're learning the things that you have to purge. You're learning what is good, what is bad for you, what is a covenant from you, you to become this divine personality. Ascendant at 5 degrees in Virgo, it's helping a lot because it shows you the growth, it shows you the destiny, and it shows you the communications with Mercury retrograde. To you getting these messages of healing, it shows you all that. Okay. And the ascendant that it's at 5 degrees is a beautiful sextile with the moon. So it tells you that this purge, after you're removing the bad from you, is actually you're going to heal, giving you this advances you to see that inside of your own energy. So 3 o'clock it's coming. That energies that we're talking about is gonna become even more clear. Right now, the ascendant that is at Virgo, it is count these beautiful trines with the North Node, the Mercury, the Sun, and Uranus. You actually get in it all this. This is a universal event. You to heal in that. The moon is that trine that she used with Saturn, and Saturn is in sextile with the North Node and Mercury retrograde. You get in all the messages and all the situations because the direct confrontations, okay, never solve the issues. They're winner and a loser in there, okay. But when you win something, you don't know what you lose. When you lose something, you don't know what you win, right? But if there is no direct confrontations, but there is a combined forces, then things are moving forward. And this is why it shows up. What kind of conflicts do we get? What kind of situations of the conflicts can we overcome ourselves to understand the purpose of the conflict and go within the conflict with an inner peace, which is the divine positions inside of you. This is going to be a little tricky, but some of you is going to get these powers. Some of you will. Okay. So at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, midheaven is with Venus. And that is going to be powering it up, that beautiful trine towards the moon. and the beautiful sextile with Jupiter. Everything when it's done with love, it heals. Now you're gonna know it. If you're in this path of in your life that you do that, you're gonna know it. You're gonna know how the love heals everything, everything from within yourself. And looking at those energies, the ascendant is at 28 degrees in the divine energies aspect with Jupiter. And at this time, midheaven, it is the divine energies with Pluto, which is Venus later on, is going to be triggered as well. Andres, what do you recommend to do on a full moon? Meditate, bath, make moon water, or what is it a good idea? During the full moon, what I'm actually suggesting into the people is looking inside of this full moon intense energies. Why did I intense? Are you creating that intensity or you feel intensity from others? Number one, what I'm really suggesting, really, if you feel intense, actually, you just sit down with yourself and see yourself in the mirror, fix the reflection. In order you to fix the reflections of the mirror, you have to fix the image that it's reflecting from the mirror. So basically, it's you. And what I'm suggesting really to do through these periods of a full moon, that is the oppositions of authority and intuition. Do you have fights between authority and intuition from within you? If the energies are so intense, I actually recommend, yes, I recommend a little bit of colder shower, drinking cold water there. If you have to go barefoot for it, or kind of like a sleep with very light or no clothes at all. That way, the energy is flowing into for it. That's what that is because otherwise, these intense energies they don't help you to sleep, but also no peace. When you have the peace, you can see inside of you what is creating that intensity. And when you understand the intensity comes in and how it's processed within you, that can help you overnight and to pass through this period, but you're also gonna gain the powers from within you, Andres. Shower is very good. Actually, a colder shower is pretty good. Hey, Josh, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a long time because of the traveling, trying to put the things together. We were at Miami. Sometimes you were talking like until 5 o'clock in the morning, and we were so exhausted at some point. But we had a very good family time in there, and I say family good time, and that family good time. It was a showing up how people from different background, different situations, they can work it out with things in situations and reactions, just so they can be what they are. And it doesn't matter what the situations is. Overall, at the end, everything was just the way it was. It's perfect. And I'm so glad. I want to say thank you to the Blue Swans. I want to say thank you for Lorna. I want to say thank you to Sonia. I want to say thank you to Kurt, Paulina, Brother Rich. We had a great, great time talking about this spirituality because everyone had something to bring in. Everyone has something to do, but everyone had their own personality of things that they need to do. And it was working out great how people helping other people with talks and communications. It was great. But yeah, Josh, it's been a long time. So to go back into the chart, there ascendant is at 28 degrees. That is it. Where at the moon at the 28 degrees of Virgo, that was it. When at the moon a few days back sent you this divine growth that you're gonna be going to. When you grow as a divine, you get the divine balance, the divine partnerships inside of you, but that divine partnership cannot succeed in the toxic environment. And this is why Pluto says, like, hold on, stay put. We're working on it. We're getting this stuff. You know that. So there is a lot of evaluations is going to be coming in because of Pluto shifting retrograde. You may going to reevaluate the past 6 months there until May 31st. We are going to be reevaluating the Mercury retrograde energies, which is going to be very powerful. They're going to be very powerful. So, talking about 5 p.m., midheaven is in Cancer. That is going to be a beautiful trine with Saturn. Saturn is in trine with the moon. We're talking about working in the family within your emotions. You're learning how not to have these oppositions, or if there is oppositions, how to overcome it. Ascendant is at 10 degrees of Libra. It doesn't have any other major aspects except divine energies with the North Node. So during 5 o'clock, you may have the glimpses that your destiny is waiting for you. It is waiting for you, but your destiny cannot survive in the environment you are. This is why when the moon right now transitions Scorpio, this is why purging those things for you. The purge has been going on and on. Okay, there is always things to purge, but specifically removing that, purging that understanding from the matrix, from the society that has been built for thousand generations, and to take the new whole new leap for it to cross the bridge on the other side. You have to do the work. You have to let it go of that past and let the past dissolve inside. Dear, what time the full moon Friday in Texas? Um, Let me finish with the report, Andre, and I'll adjust the screen because otherwise I have to go back into 5 o'clock. But I will tell you exactly what time that will be at the full moon for, and I will tell you. So 6 o'clock in the afternoon, midheaven is going to be together with Lilith and Mars in Cancer. Be mindful. There could be a people who's going to be coming in, put their agendas, put their uh, force, put all this. They want to win no matter what, and they don't care about anything and anything from it. This is a very intense energies inside. Those are the energies of when a Mars is together with Lilith. Usually that leads to a very proactive of anger, resentments, and that is a revenge situations, especially that opposing Pluto. And it's going to be a squaring the ascendant and the moon that is right now in Scorpio. That actually is going to be kind of like a boiling all this. There's going to be a lot of energies in the next 2 days. They are going to be really boiling to revenge. So please don't do that, okay? Because you are going to miss out your destiny. You're going to miss out the situations. Look what causing you this. Healed it from within, and at the end, within, talking about within 2 days, you're going to feel much better. You're going to be feeling that purge of whatever is triggering within you. So at 7 o'clock, the ascendant and the moon are coming together. Now you're gonna feel these energies. Midheaven, it's at 11 degrees of Leo. It squares the ascendant and the moon, and it's squaring the North Node, Mercury, and the Sun at the same time. There, those gonna be a very powerful, intense energies since the ascendant and the moon. Okay, they are opposing Jupiter, North Node, Mercury retrograde, and the Sun. You're gonna begin to feel that power. Like, man, this full moon it builds up these muscles. You feel the intensity just like inside. Mars is putting that intensity over Pluto, and Pluto is like seek different visions, have different view, have different situations, and you're like, what I need to see. What I need to see is that the ascendant and the moon they are in a beautiful trine with Venus, and they are beautiful trines with Saturn, learning the lessons about love. Okay, self train you. You're the one who has the thing inside of you. So Later on at 8 o'clock, the ascendant moves into a 16 degrees of Scorpio. That is going to put more intensity of these energies in there. Midheaven is at Leo. We're talking about this Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius situations again there, but there is a divine energies from the midheaven towards Neptune. You already know this is when you become the king, the queen from within you. You take that authority within yourself to do and be responsible for your own good, for your own wisdom, for your own energies inside of you. Nobody is responsible how you're gonna be react. It's you. You have that control of actions and reactions, and this to be a proactive of doing and become your divine purposes inside of you. Hi, Guy. Thank you for coming in. And at 9 o'clock, the ascendant is at 28 degrees of Scorpio. There is the divine energies between Jupiter and Venus. Venus and Jupiter at sextile. You will see it at the end, exactly when the moon goes into 28 degrees of Scorpio in about 2 days. You're going to feel that energy. That's the reason you're going through these rough times. That's what the reason is for this, that in the afternoon, that energy is going to boil up. It's going to be, and you're going to feel like, I have to. No, you don't. You have to understand the reason why you want to avenge, revenge, and so on like this, because that's not going to help. And talking about it, 11 o'clock, midheaven it goes into Libra. You're dealing it right now with this energy when the moon was in Libra, that divine balance inside. That is a directly divine energies with the sun, the authority within you on earth. Who has the authority with you on earth? Your action on earth, you. So this divine balance inside of it, those divine energies, they're going to be coming in and help you. Ascendant at 22 degrees is in divine energies with Mars. But if your Mars is angry and grab his weapons and wants to fight, he wants to avenge, revenge, and so on, that's not going to help anybody. But if you Mars gets it, puts its stuff together, okay, we're going to see these beautiful internal visions of divine masculine energies in pro-actions, proactive of transformations. And this is going to be that beauty of seeing it with this Mars. Ascendant is in divine energies with them. The Mars sees it, what he needs to do. The question is he's going to overcome this toxic masculine energy in order to gain the divine masculine energies for it. Good. All my Scorpio feels like they've been triggered a week before the eclipse. Survived and purged, however. Yes, there was actually a lot of purge. We purged a lot. Personally, I purged a lot. Brother Rich knows how much I did purged. He was kind of like pretty much experiencing a lot of things around me. We spent a long time doing all that energies and also himself. But we talking about like yes, you survive this. People think like if you fix your own things, it's too hard. The question is you're gonna get too light in life, and it's gonna be more easy in life when you have this balance inside of you. It's not more intensity. You don't fight anything. You don't want drama. You don't want toxicity. You don't want this trauma situations anymore. You want to live happy. So, but in order to do this, you have to remove energies and situations that you're creating maybe inside of it. And that's going to come in from the ascendant that is opposing Venus. Okay. But there's going to be this beautiful, beautiful growth. And that was it, the astro gravitational report. And now, Andres, give me a town in Texas. Where exactly on that Texas situations is? You wanted to know where the full moon is going to be. Is that gonna be in Austin, Texas? Corpus Christi. Let me see if I have it in the map. Oh, yes. Let's see. Next. So it's 14, 10. It's gonna be at 10:50 a.m. when at the moon it's gonna be moving into the 14 degree of Scorpio. That is gonna be pretty much 11 o'clock. You're gonna have this span of introductions, full oppositions, and then moving out. So the most intense moments of this is gonna take like a 1 hour uh, to film that because the sun is at 14 degrees 56 minutes and the moon is going to be at 14 degrees 34 minutes. Talking about this is going to be at 11:50 in the morning right there. And later on the moon is going to be at 15 degrees 8 minutes, and the sun is going to be at 14 degrees 59 minutes. So actually between 10 and 11 until almost 1 o'clock, that energy is going to be kind of like intense, the most intense during this period. I think the very uh, intense moment of that full moon, that's going to be exactly at the end because the ascendant is at 10 degrees of Leo. That's going to be triggering this squaring of ego, purging, and my desire, what I want to achieve in the material world. So that is going to be this really push. It's really like I want to do this. I want to. If somebody sends you angry messages or somebody tries to make you aggravated or anything like this, please stay away from it. It's like I don't want to deal with this right now. I don't want to make with this. I'm not interested in your internal fights. Let's leave it alone. But you need to know that some of these people that it's out there in the world, they are really in those intense energies. They're really some people will not understand this. So if you end up in a situations like this, just walk away. That's all I'm telling you. Walk away. Don't engage with those energies. You're about to see it, to experience it, but don't engage in any shape, form, or you're trying to help someone with this kind of energies. Don't. You might get yourself in trouble. Okay? Stay put during this full moon and next 3 days. Just stay put. That's all you need to know. Stay put and look the things inside of you. Does anyone else have a question, guys? For I want to apologize for because you guys know I've been in the road. I try to do this on the astro gravitational report when I get a chance and so on. For but looking at to expanding it a little bit more. And if you guys need some help in there, you guys know I'm here. I'll be working in my crystal store, like Kelly. Oh yeah, Josh, your that portion is pretty good. Actually, I brought my crystals from United States there because I brought 10 pieces of luggage, and I want to share some of them. right. Well, that's one of the beauties I got. This is a love labradorite. You guys know this. And I got some very, very beautiful green quartz. I got this beauty. I wanted to show you something. I need a bit around me. Most of it doesn't do the best chance as daily wear. Should be tuned threads per help. I'm not too much within the crystals. I just have them, but I want to point something to you guys that if you have a crystal, okay, you're not gonna see it that much, but this is a ultraviolet crystal. If you have like a little laser and a crystals, point out the laser, point out in there. You're gonna find something in there. There's a magical glow around the crystals going on inside of it. They're just glowing, the whole crystals, and they help from each other. I mean, it's beautiful. Actually, I have this just by holding it. My roommate is like, "Man, this is really cleaning." Yes, it's purging. It's purging the stuff. Every crystal has its own in there. But to remind you that if you have crystals that are life, for example, I do have this, but I put it as you see it. It is got his original stone fixture. And when I put it in the water, he becomes very more powerful, alive. And they're working much better when they're in water. Because when they're drying, they're kind of like a dying. They're alive. The crystal who are water based, they're created in the water. You should keep it in the water. That is their source of life. They are same like the plants. They need that water. All right. Just talking about from energy perspective. So that's all I had for you guys today. And today at the main channel, I'm going to be talking very powerful improvements about this. A lot of new learnings are coming in. We're going to be talking about shifting from a twin flame dynamics into a divine partnership dynamic and the difference between them. But also, are you a false twin flame? You, not the other side. Talking about you. And this is going to be a very controversial situation, but we are going to be talking about something that a lot of the people need who are stuck in the twin flame dynamics. All right, guys, I will see you in about 5 hours from now into the main channel for those who's watching it. I wish you guys the best of this, and please uh, make sure to navigate your own actions in the next few days. All right, guys, love you so much. Be love, and cheers the love and the light here. And I will see you later on. Thank you all. Be love.